Oh! 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 Ouch! It hurts so much! Mabel, are you okay?
Talking about Mabel, she was indeed a pitiable child, lacking both beauty and means. Her mother worked tirelessly as a servant for the Count, hoping Mabel could have a decent life. At school, Mabel often had to endure the scrutinizing and mocking glances of her classmates.
I wish I could be beautiful like them for once.
Mabel liked a boy named Lucien, the school's god. She even wrote him a love letter, which the whole school got to know about, making Mabel a laughingstock. Mabel's mother gave her money for tuition, but she hid it to buy cosmetics instead.
Lucien will have to reconsider.
But the outcome was still disastrously bad.
Oh, it's so itchy! So itchy! Today is the deadline for tuition payment. If your family doesn't pay, Mabel will be expelled.
When the truth came out, Mabel's mother felt more pity for her daughter than anger.
It's my fault. You have to endure so much pain. I'm a terrible mother. I'm sorry, Mom. I'll find a part-time job to pay for school. The Count's family is lacking workers. Let me ask him to take you in. That would be great. I'll work with you.
Mabel was quite surprised to be warmly welcomed by the Count. However, the other servants openly despised her.
Why is she so ugly? The Count must be brave to hire her.
Mabel was taught by the previous servants how to cook the dishes that the Count liked. But behind her back, they secretly added a lot of spices, making the food inedible. Mabel was also taught how to arrange things, but she was sabotaged, causing everything to fall apart. What happened?
I'm sorry, Count. I was careless. Count, please calm down. We will pay for this vase.
Your salary this month will be deducted to cover the damages. One day, Mabel's mother fell ill, and she had to help her mother clean the Count's study. Her mother warned her to be careful and not to make any mistakes, as everything there was valuable. Mabel accidentally discovered a beautiful vase containing a sparkling liquid. Curiosity got the better of her, and Mabel carefully opened the lid. A delightful fragrance filled her nose.
What a captivating scent. Ah! Who is this?
In the mirror was a beautiful girl, her face as graceful as a princess. Mabel couldn't believe her eyes. Mabel cautiously looked into the mirror again, and thankfully her ugly face returned.
This vase is magical. Anyone who inhales its scent will see me as beautiful and charming. My chance to change my life has come. Mabel, are you sleeping in there? What sneaky thing are you up to? Look at her.
Afraid of being discovered, Mabel secretly opened the vase, and the scent spread. The servant girls became dizzy and disoriented.
The angel has appeared. So beautiful. Still standing there staring?
The servant girls scrambled to bring her a chair, water, and even gave her a massage.
I'm hungry. Go cook something for me.
But when they got into the kitchen, the servant girls were confused, looking at each other in bewilderment.
What are we doing? I don't know.
Meanwhile, Mabel quickly grabbed the vase and sneaked back home. Mabel felt much more confident at school. Just walking past the boys made them all stare at her. Huh? Mabel, you're so beautiful! Mabel, can we be friends? Lucien was no exception. Mabel, will you be my girlfriend?
Finally, this day has come.
At the upcoming graduation party, I want to invite you to dance. Other girls looked at Lucien with confusion.
He's crazy. Why would he invite ugly Mabel to dance? He must have eye problems.
This time, Mabel showed her arrogance and coldly walked away. Huh?
Mabel, how dare you come to school without paying your tuition?
Mabel used the strange scent again, making the teacher infatuated.
Mabel, come to class.
Taking advantage, Mabel used the magical vase to charm and flirt with many boys, who gave her a lot of wealth and luxury items. Mabel was swept up in luxury, seemingly losing herself. She constantly bought expensive clothes.
I'll build you the grandest castle in the region, Mom. You won't have to do that lowly work anymore. Where did you get the money? Don't do anything illegal. Oh, Mom, don't worry.
Huh?
The graduation day arrived, and Mabel was excited to become the center of the party.
There's trouble. The Count is furious because his precious vase is missing. Have you seen it? No, I haven't seen it. I'll just use it one last time and then return it to its place.
The stage lights glittered and everyone was dressed up. Mabel, despite her shabby clothes and ugly face, was still confident. As Mabel walked in, the boys rushed to invite her to dance, while the other girls watched with jealousy.
Huh?
Can I invite you to dance? Mabel reached out to Lucien, but then unexpectedly took the hand of another boy. Mabel smiled triumphantly, knowing she was no longer the one being rejected. Please don't, Mabel!
Do you think you're worthy of me? Ridiculous.
Mabel was dancing happily when suddenly the soldiers stormed in. Huh? Who are you? Where's the princess I was dancing with? Mabel's beautiful image vanished, revealing her true self to everyone.
Oh no! Mabel, how could you? Mother, Mr. Count.
I took pity on your situation and gave you a job. And you repay me by becoming a thief?
Mr. Count, I know my mistake. Please forgive me. She's so cunning. Unbelievable. I did these things because I was insecure about my appearance. I always was mocked by others. I just wanted to be normal for once.
Everyone realized their actions had pushed Mabel to this point. The vases in my study are experimental, intended to help those less fortunate in appearance like you. They are incomplete, yet you use them without my permission.
I'll accept any punishment, but my mother is innocent.
In the end, Mabel was imprisoned to reflect on her mistakes. As for Mabel's mother, she was sentenced to be a servant for life at the Count's house. After her release, Mabel seemed more mature and composed. She no longer cared about others' words. Mabel diligently helped those in similar situations to become more confident in life. In a dense and shadowy forest, where sunlight rarely pierces through the thick canopy, lived a wicked cat witch named Kaylee. Her favorite delicacy is none other than poor little mice.
A plump little snack for me.
As soon as she finished speaking, Kaylee began to slowly lift the poor mouse toward her mouth, ready to devour it. But just then, a piercing scream echoed from outside, startling the witch. Taking advantage of the distraction, the mouse kicked the witch in the face and darted away, leaving the witch fuming as she turned towards the source of the noise. Outside the cat's lair, two young princesses, Ilara and Louisa, from the kingdom of Mesana, were wandering through the forest. They were playing happily when they noticed soldiers in pursuit, prompting Louisa to point towards the cat's lair as a hiding spot. "Princess, please, don't hide from us!" The two princesses were close friends, always exploring every corner of the kingdom together.
Ilara, look. This is a cave shaped like a cat's head.
Ilara was a special little girl with sharp teeth, capable of biting through anything. She felt a bit worried witnessing this.
I think we should head back. It seems like we've wandered into the territory of the cat witch, the one who turns children into mice. What are you scared of? You're strong, we'll be fine.
Suddenly, the atmosphere grew eerie as the shadowy figure of the witch appeared.
Hello, little ones. Are you the witch who captures children? Oh no, that's just a fairy tale. Would you like to try some sweet chocolate?
Ilara, sensing the danger ahead, approached cautiously.
Thank you, but we need to go back now. You coward! There's no truth to those rumors. She seems so kind.
At that moment, the witch revealed her true form, a malicious grin spreading across her face. Despite her fear, Ilara bravely shielded Louisa. Ilara pushed Louisa hard, urging her to run.
Run! I'll be right behind you!
Louisa, heart pounding with fear, peeked through the door's crack. The sight before her was unbelievable. The witch had lifted Ilara into the air and was forcing a piece of chocolate into her mouth. In an instant, Ilara was transformed into a tiny mouse. Terrified, Louisa bolted out of the lair and ran into the soldiers who were approaching. "Where is Princess Ilara?" Too frightened to think straight, Louisa stammered her response.
I don't know.
In the warm confines of the palace, Louisa, now grown, was recounting the story to her 8-year-old son Philip.
Ilara was my best friend. I still feel like a coward for not being able to save her.
Don't be sad, Mom. I'm here for you. What did the witch look like?
She's a cat witch disguised as a human, with terrifying fangs, a distinct foul odor, and always carrying chocolate. You must be careful and stay away from her, my dear Philip.
Philip will be a good boy, I promise. Just then, Louisa caught a whiff of that foul odor she had described. Feeling a surge of anxiety, she and Philip followed the scent to investigate. In the grand hall, they found the king, Louisa's father, welcoming a strange sorceress. "This is Sorceress Kaylee, who can summon rain for our kingdom during this drought."
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you, Princess. Hello, ma'am. Oh, don't be frightened, my dear.
There was something in the sorceress's eyes that deeply unsettled Louisa. The unease she felt prevented her from sharing her suspicions with her father. From that day on, Louisa isolated herself in her room, despite Philip's best efforts to comfort her. One day, while playing alone, Philip accidentally dropped his ball into the garden. As he searched for it, a strange hand appeared, offering the ball back to him.
Is this your ball, young prince?
Yes, thank you.
Would you like some candy, my prince?
Philip was about to take the chocolate, but suddenly remembered his mother's warning.
Beware of strangers offering candy, especially chocolate.
Politely, Philip declined. However, the witch, driven by hunger, lost control and revealed her true monstrous form in front of the terrified Philip.
Huh. Eat it. You make a delicious snack for me.
Just before disaster could strike, another small figure appeared. A white mouse quickly bit into the witch's leg, causing her to scream in pain.
Huh? My pet. Catch them and bring them back to me.
The white mouse and Philip, breathless, hid in a small corner.
We're safe for now, but we need to figure out how to deal with a witch.
In their hiding place, the white mouse shared its story, how it was turned into a mouse by the witch while trying to protect a friend. What should I do now?
Stay calm, I'll help you escape.
I don't want to become a mouse. Wait, let's go back to my mom. She'll know how to turn me back into a human.
Why?
My mom once had a friend who was turned into a mouse, and she spent years researching a potion to save her. Hearing this, the white mouse pondered for a moment before agreeing to help Philip. Together, they plotted their escape from the witch to find Louisa. But as they left their hiding spot, they were blocked by a fierce black cat.
Run!
With no other option, the white mouse and Philip ran as fast as they could. From a distance, the witch stretched out her grotesque hands to catch the two mice.
You can't escape from me!
Desperately looking for a way out, the white mouse spotted an unattended carriage nearby. Grabbing Philip, they quickly jumped onto the carriage. But instead of fleeing, the clever white mouse devised a daring plan. She steered the carriage directly towards the witch's outstretched hands. The carriage wheels spun quickly and struck the witch's grotesque hands.
Ah!
The witch shrieked in fury as she watched her prey slip away. The white mouse and Philip, still in mouse form, made their way to Louisa's room. But it wasn't easy.
Huh?
Upon reaching the door, they realized they couldn't reach the handle. With no other choice, the white mouse used her sharp teeth to bore a small hole through the door.
Ah! A mouse! Someone help!
Philip and Alara frantically dodged and struggled to explain to Louisa. It's me, Mom! It's your dear Philip! After a while, Louisa finally recognized Philip. Her emotions a mix of joy and sorrow.
My dear Philip, oh my, how did this happen?
Mom, this white mouse saved me.
Do you recognize me, Louisa? It's me, Elara, your friend. Is it really you, Elara? Yes, it's me. When the witch took me, I managed to escape once from being eaten thanks to these sharp teeth. But because I was turned into a mouse, I can't exactly remember the way back to the kingdom. I'm sorry. It's my fault. It's my fault that you've become like this.
Louisa suddenly remembered the potion she had carefully prepared and quickly gave it to Philip and Alara to drink. However, when tested, she was disappointed to find out that the potion did not work as expected.
It's okay. Right now we need to find a way to deal with a witch. I've been following her and found out that her plan is not just to turn all children into mice, but to transform the entire kingdom into mice to satisfy her cravings. So it's really her. We should inform the king. I think Father won't believe us unless we have evidence.
Knowing that there was a feast to welcome the witch tonight, the three of them devised a plan to use her own chocolate against her. Ilara quickly concocted a poison from a piece of chocolate they had taken, hoping that the king would see the witch transform into a mouse and expose her scheme. At the feast, Louisa hid Ilara and Philip in her gown.
Louisa, quickly go and toast with a witch.
Louisa, trembling, held the poisoned glass of wine, but in her fear, she spilled it right in front of the witch, causing the plan to fail. Louisa, standing close to the witch, broke into a sweat in fear and asked her father to leave the room. Perhaps the past trauma made Louisa timid, affecting their plan. Ilara, though disappointed, still tried to console Louisa.
Forget about the past. Don't let it ruin our plan.
Don't be afraid, Mom. Philip is here with you. With no other choice, the three of them moved to the witch's room to collect evidence, the chocolates. However, they didn't know that they were being followed. When they entered the witch's room, they found traps set up everywhere.
Louisa, keep watch at the door. If anything suspicious happens, signal to me.
Inside the room, Ilara used her sharp teeth to open a special drawer, which contained a stash of high-quality chocolates. Wow! So much candy!
Be careful.
While Ilara and Philip were transporting the chocolates, Louisa was outside, nervous and on edge. Suddenly, she spotted a cat. In her panic, Louisa accidentally knocked over a stack of books, making a loud noise. The bookshelf fell right where Ilara and Philip were transporting the chocolates, breaking many of the pieces. This frustrated Philip, who angrily said some harsh words. Again, Mom? You ruined everything! In his frustration, he stormed out of the door, unaware that the witch had heard the noise and was approaching him.
We meet again, little one.
Instead of dealing with Philip right away, she toyed with him like a plaything. Let me go, you evil witch! Meanwhile, Ilara and Louisa hid behind a cabinet, filled with anxiety and fear.
I know you're hiding nearby. If you don't show yourselves, I can't guarantee the safety of this little mouse.
Despite being terrified, seeing her child in danger awakened a fierce maternal instinct in Louisa. She mustered all her courage and rushed out to save her son, but in her haste was caught by the witch.
I'll make sure you all reunite.
Witnessing everything, Ilara, like a brave warrior, rushed out to confront the witch. Ilara threw a piece of chocolate into the witch's mouth, and instantly the witch turned into an ugly, weak mouse. The witch paid the price for her deeds, and the three left the room triumphantly, leaving the panicked witch to deal with her own cat. This time, Louisa courageously exposed the witch's cruelty to the king, who was shocked. Feeling guilty, Louisa tirelessly worked day and night to find a cure to save Philip and Ilara. Finally, Louisa's efforts paid off, and from then on, everyone lived happily ever after.